In this video, we want to hide the WordPress admin toolbar for all non-administrators after they log in. So in the previous video, I showed you how to hide the toolbar for a selected user, because by default, this is checked. So in the previous video, we unchecked it and we showed how it works. So now I went back and checked it again to bring it back to the default. So now when we log in, we should see the toolbar again, as we can see here on the top. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to make this actually hide the toolbar for all users, because in the approach that I showed you in the previous video, you had to manually change it one user at a time because the default is that this is checked. So that could be a bit hard to maintain if you've got a lot of users. So to do that, there's an easier way. Go to Appearance, and that's from the WordPress admin page. So, and then from Appearance, go to Theme File Editor. And then click from under the theme files, click on, not assets, functions.php. We're going to write some PHP code. So I'm going to scroll all the way down. And I'm also going to increase the size of my browser so you guys can, so everyone can see clearly. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to add action such that after setup theme, we want to run this function that doesn't have a name. Sorry. I just want to close off that function so I don't forget to do that. It's one thing I tend to forget sometimes. So add action. So what basically this line does is it tells WordPress to run the function after the theme is set up. And this function basically is a function without a name, but what it will do is it will execute and it will hide the admin bar for non-admin users, as we will tell it. So what we want to check is we want to check if the current user is not. So I'm going to use an exclamation mark so that we have the not. So not is not a, sorry, the current user is not an administrator. Administrator. Okay. In that case, so we're just checking if the user is not an administrator. In that case, we want to hide the admin bar at the top of the page using show admin bar. So that will be set to false. All right. Just click on update file. If you've got any errors in your PHP code, like if you've got a semicolon, this will actually detect the errors. So it'll tell you what line number. So if there are no errors, it's going to give you that nice green notification that the file got updated successfully. It's going to put my computer on charge. Now let's go back to our website. And because I've increased the size of my browser, now it gives me a sort of a different view. So this is sort of a responsive website. So what are we doing? Should we refresh to see if this worked? Okay, but I'll probably need to log out. So let's log out and let's log back in. I could bring the browser back to normal size. And yeah, and so now what we have is we have gotten rid of that WordPress admin toolbar, and that rule applies for all non-administrative users. So any user's role that is like, say, a subscriber will not be seeing that toolbar if you don't want them to. So that's how. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in future videos.